You make the whole thing flip over. Y'all ready?
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Mm-hmm. Did you bring me some earphones? Shoot that off. Okay, Shay.
Is that better? Okay. Here we are. Hey, Blondie. No, she didn't work out, Miko.
Yes, she did, honey. I love that look.
Oh, the girl stepped it up tonight.
Yeah, thank y'all. Felt like doing something after something.
I see how the girl's stepping it up tonight. I like that. Yes, ma'am. I like that look on you. Girl, that is cute.
Thank
Girl,
you.
you giving me soulful fit.
Afrocentric-ish.
Yes, ma'am. Down for the cause. Down for the struggle. I love to see the girls drag, evolve into different things. Sorry I was late, girls. I was helping with the family, girl. Had a few family issues at the last minute. We back on track. We back on track, girls.
All right.
Let the transfusion begin.
Okay, we're about to start. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Let the show begin. I got my green light.
All right.
My bright green light out. I know y'all are ready with these topics, these good topics. The only thing is the volume. I'm going to figure that out. I need some headphones.
I need some headphones too, girl.
Because it's like, I can't be struggling. The girls can't be struggling. A girl can't be struggling to hear the girls. Okay, here we go. Headphones. Headphones, please. Oh, there's never enough time in the day.
Damn sure.
Okay, so I got everybody on deck. I can hear y'all crystal clear, loud and clear. I got my backup battery. Backup battery on deck. Bitch gotta have a backup plan nowadays.
Oops, sorry, Mel. I feel like my skin again.
Pocahontas, you over there on the beach and got a haircut. You laying on the beach and stuff.
Oh, Miss Thing, I accidentally went live on Mel's page. Okay, I'm switching.
Thank you. All right, you too. Yes, ma'am.
Mother Nell.
Yes, ma'am. Y'all have a blessing.
That's that birthday hair, Juicy. Bitch, that's that birthday look. I like that. She got the curls. She got the Shirley Temple curls.
Girl, I gotta hurry up and delete that.
Was that us now?
Yeah, we're live now.
Ay, girl. Ay, caramba.
But we on mute.
Okay, so they can't even hear. They're getting all visual. Ay, caramba, girl. Poke over there working, honey. Juicy, where you finna go?
Home.
Oh, Miss Juicy look like she finna hit the spot. Is the club open tonight? Is something jumping tonight?
I wish it was.
Girl, tell me where we can meet up, girl. Let's get it.
How you like your hairdo, girl?
It's so
I
cute.
like it.
That's cute down.
Yeah.
Bitch, that's cute down. That's that birthday hair.
Mm-hmm.
You working it? She said I'm gonna
That's
pull out the
right.
Shirley Temple on him. I'm gonna hit him with the Shirley Temple.
Child,
Yes,
y'all.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am, honey. He said she gonna give it to him for the birthday. For the birthday show.
Child,
So I'm gonna give him a I'm gonna give him a look for the birthday show. That's the hair I want to see for the photo shoot. That'd be real cute.
child, yeah,
You
I'm so
you
glad
do good. You do so good. You do so good with color. Like you do like every color, don't you, down there?
Yes,
Juicy. You do almost every color, don't you?
yeah, red is my favorite.
Yeah, but that blonde though, that's hitting, girl. I like that. Yes.
I gotta
That
fix that damn
blonde.
lash. That lash going to the damn side.
Oh yeah, she digging into that eyeball.
Yeah.
Digging on into that eyeball.
Yeah.
Um,
I'll fix it when I get to the house.
you look good though. You look good to me. Hey, when you walk.
Thank you.
Y'all know nothing about that. You look
Okay,
good.
I think it's shirts, everybody. We ready? Y'all ready?
Okay.
Yeah.
Born ready. Bitch, I was born ready. She said, you look good to me.
Okay,
When you walk.
let's go.
You look good to me. Hey, when you walk. Miko, who's starting the show?
Are we waiting on the theme song?
Hello, and welcome to. That's how you always do.
Are we doing the theme song first?
Oh right. Oh yeah.
Come on, Bertha.
Oh, at home version. Transfusion at home.
The show ain't gonna be all the way right till we get back in our studio.
It's just not. But once we get there, though, bitch, we're gonna be ready. I'm ready. We're getting things lined up now. Bitch, I'm loving this look, Miss Juicy. I'm loving it. I just am, girl. It's so me, you know, like a little Sadiddy, a little it's kind of got like a little Hillary Banks feel. Like sassy as fuck.
They say blondes have more fun.
That's what they say. I believe it's true. And I believe that to be the truth.
We gonna find the fuck out with this.
Yeah,
okay,
all the girls,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Transfusion. Here every Tuesday night, ending confusion about transgender. I'm here with my co-host, Poca.
Hey.
I'm here with my host, Lachey.
You already know. Hey, everybody.
And that's the co-host, Juicy.
Yes, hello.
Welcome. So we're continuing our conversation tonight about the coronavirus. But first, we want to give a shout out to our sponsors. First, we want to give a shout out to the Love Thyself Day Spa. You can find at lovethyselfdayspa.org.
.com.
lovethyselfdayspa.com. Go check out the website. They have wonderful therapies that they offer, especially this biocharger therapy that is really, really interesting that you've got to try. So go check out the website for that. We also want to give a shout out to the House of Rebirth, who is doing wonderful things with the delays, and we've expanded, combined, and now there are more available houses for girls who need positions. So please get with Pocahontas and find out more information if you are someone who is in need. And we'll talk a little bit about that tonight, because the coronavirus has put people in a certain situation. Also, and you can find that on Facebook at the House of on Facebook. Also, what is the website? The House of Rebirth
Org, I believe.
org. It's the house of rebirth.org. Anyway, if you have any donations, if you know of any girls in need, then please go and check that out. We are making sure that girls, trans women all over Dallas are off the streets and are on their way to productive lives. So that's a good thing. We also want to give a shout out to Dee's Delectables. Right now, she's quarantined and doing her thing, but you can still place an order at facebook.com/D's Delectables. That's facebook.com/DSDELECCABLES. Go and check her out for those delectable goodies. Tonight, we are talking about the coronavirus and how it affects those without legitimate jobs, those who hustle, the sex workers, the drug dealers, the ones who make their penny on the side. How is it affecting them? We'll talk a little bit about that tonight, but we want to jump into some current events. Had you girls heard of anything that you'd like to talk about?
Well, I'm not affected at all. I get tested on a regular basis. So, but no, I'm just playing. That was a joke. Affected, infected. Anyway, I was giving my little blind moment. Yeah, it's. I mean, there's so many levels, and the thing is that it's a constant merry-go-round at this point. But it does feel like that we're coming to a point now, because people are being allowed on the streets. We're allowed to do things now. So there's a light. The light is at the end of the tunnel.
One of the current events we want to talk about is the white privilege happening during this quarantine. The news report reports how in New York, some cops are under fire for their handling of Black people as opposed to white people during this quarantine. They've been seen actually handing out masks to the white people hanging out in the parks. But when it comes to Black people seeing not social distancing in other parts of the city, one lady was tackled to the ground. One Black chick was tackled to the ground, and they have a video of it. It's on the video. So the cops are under fire for how they're handling it. When they see white folks in the park not social distancing, they hand them masks.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
It's so sad and ignorant. You know, it's like it takes things like this when we're at a weak, vulnerable spot for people's real emotions to start coming out, I think. And it's like the ugly side of people are starting to show. It's really strange. I pulled up into the parking lot of my business. There was a new security guard today, and he didn't recognize me. And I'm talking about as soon as I pulled up, he's like, "What are you guys doing here?" It was me and my brother in the car. We were just sitting there for maybe a minute. He's like, "What are y'all here for?" I was like, "Why are you asking me that? Why are you asking me that?" And it just lets me know, like, people are still like, he wouldn't have done that if I was a white woman. So obviously, racial tensions are a problem still. I'm in front of my business. Who are you? You must be new. And so, yeah, that was kind of like, that just happened to me an hour or two ago. And I can only imagine on so many different levels, it must be happening all over.
Yeah.
Have y'all heard that Black people are the most predominantly dying of all races?
That's what.
And I don't know. Do we correlate that to the fact that Black people maybe are not as informed, or maybe not as actively socially distancing, and maybe not as actively hand washing and following all the procedures? Is it that, or is it that we are more susceptible because we are more our immune systems are more like maybe more open, or maybe I don't know. I don't know what factors it may be.
There are specific things that the virus does attack. Like from what I've been told. I'm not a doctor or a medical expert, so I'm just saying this is what I've been told. But from what I understand, it attacks things like diabetes and things like heart disease and things like, it
Asthma.
and
Asthma.
asthma. And so keep in mind, diabetes, lots of Black people suffer from that.
Yeah, my mother's diabetes.
Lots of Black people suffer from that.
A lot of Black people have respiratory issues. Yes.
Yeah, respiratory, bronchitis.
And then let's go here, which may not be a good place to go, but let's go here. Atlanta, largely Black, right? Largely gay. A large population of people with complicated immune systems. All right there in one spot. Still not social distancing. Still partying. Still, you see what I'm saying? So it's a wonder why so many Black people have been taken out. Is because a lot of Black people, number one, are not taking it seriously. Did you see all that when they got the stimulus checks, all these people throwing house parties and having gatherings and having all this big fun?
But what do you expect people to do? I mean, whenever they finally get some money, they've been cooped up in the house all this time. I mean, it's almost you should expect that.
But here's the problem, though.
They ain't had no money, and now they got money.
Right, but that's the thing. This money ain't just for the hell of it. This money is to take care of you through this rest of the time where you don't know if you're gonna have none or not.
Right. For the future, it's really supposed to be put up. Right. I hear what you're saying.
It's really so that you can take care of them bills while you ain't working.
Oh, but guess what's really strange about it? I don't know. It doesn't seem like the government's really paying attention to, or they're maybe not. They're just giving checks to everyone because, I've seen people who are working still get checks, and I don't know what kind of system. And I've seen people who are on disability not get checks. So it's like it's disproportionately going to the wrong people sometimes.
And not to mention, I think, didn't they vote today? Wasn't there supposed to be like a vote today or something on whether whether stimulus checks were going to be given $1,000 a month to certain?
I heard that. So how did that go? Does anybody anything? Know anything?
Now that I don't know.
And see, that's why we need our callers. Have we got it set up to where we can be live on Facebook with callers? Because that's really that would be really helpful for us because we need our callers to weigh in.
Yeah.
That's what the show is. Transfuse. Weigh in, bro.
So,
but that would be really great. Wouldn't that be good? A month, every month, for how long?
For did he say 6 months too? I don't know. It's like that, like a while until I guess this thing is over. But that's a lot of $1,000 going out a month, and you think they're gonna pay that to everybody?
Look at that. I mean, it would definitely be a blessing.
It'd be a blessing. Bitch, if they tell me they give me $1,000 a month for a year, bitch, I'm here for it all the way.
But I just don't trust it because it just feels like something ain't right. If it's too easy, I'm just not used to that. I feel like is it gonna come back and bite us at the end? Will we owe the money? Will the government find a way? Oh, well, you were supposed to get that money, and now we just gonna garnish your wages. We're just gonna take your wages at your account. Yeah, no problem. We can just take your wages out the account. We'll just garnish it.
Some people were saying that this first $1,200 that they sent was that they were going that the government said that we were going to owe it back, but that's not true. So we don't owe that back.
That's not true. Okay, I sure hope not, because that would be really wrong. People don't, and then that would be really wrong. Yeah, there's a lot going on. In terms of the topic for today's show, boy, it's got to be hard for girls who are trying to make it, and if they're in, let's say a homeless situation, you don't even have access to sanitizer, or you can't afford a mask.
Nothing.
So how are you? I mean, at least you can put cloth over your face, but this thing is so prevalent, I don't even know if that's going to be enough.
Yeah, and my question is okay, everybody's supposed to, if you qualify, everybody's supposed to get a stimulus check. What about these homeless people? Like, what about them out on the streets? Like, where their money is going? Is anybody going to help them? That can help them get on their feet. Like,
you can. There are ways for people who aren't able to sign or didn't sign. Or didn't file taxes in 2018. There are ways for those people to still get checks. You can sign up for the site. We put Pocahontas for the site in the group. It's free.
start good.
No, it's something about it. It's something I have to go look it up. But I signed up for it anyway because I was in school in 2018, so I didn't file taxes for that either. And I got financial aid instead. So
you got yours?
Huh?
You got your? Did you get a stimulus?
Not yet.
You got your stimulus? I'm trying to figure out how's this gonna work because I know people that's still working and they got their check already, and they didn't even need it.
Most of the people I know who are working already got theirs. Mm-hmm. Like the ones that are still working, I think those are like the first people that got theirs or something.
Oh, okay. The people who are verifiably employed. Right. Well, that makes sense.
Not yet.
I'm not trying to figure out how this is gonna work because I know people that's still working and they got their check already, and they didn't even need it.
Yeah, are you watching?
I'm trying to check the sound because somebody said they couldn't really hear us.
Oh, okay.
So, in other news. Don Lemon is under fire by Republicans for making the statement that Michelle Obama is better than Melania Trump.
Isn't she though? But isn't she?
That's the truth.
But that's a known fact.
Well,
very not.
But I think that he's in his position. He's supposed to be more neutral, like us, for instance, in the media.
You're not supposed to. I mean, even whether you're neutral or not, you're not supposed to say anybody is better than another person. That's just, But
in terms of the job, in terms of a position, you can say one person is better at a position.
Now, in terms of the job, I'm gonna have to go back and see exactly how it was phrased because I feel like he was saying that Michelle is just better, and she is. But
as we all know, she is. He's just calling the thing a thing, really.
Right, but you can't really say that.
Right, and you're right because in her own right, she may not want to have that same stance, and she's just as valid as a person. But in terms of
valid,
But in terms of her performance and what she's brought to the table, I think that that's a fair statement. And shouldn't he, as a journalist, still be able to have an opinion, be able to have formulate his own thoughts without being criticized?
Everybody entitled to their own opinion. Everybody entitled to their own opinion, but his opinion was a fact.
And then also, I guess, if you do have an opinion and it's something that the public may not agree with, I mean, you just have to deal with the repercussions of that. And
right.
I mean, and Don Lemon, he's a gay man. I'm sure that this isn't the first time that he's been criticized or critiqued, and it probably won't be the last. But that's just interesting that people are coming for him over Melania. Whenever she's a well-known.
Melania.
We know her Melania. Past. And is it Melania? Melania?
That bitch.
We all know what she's bringing to the table and what it is.
Yes, we do. We know.
So I don't know if somebody doesn't want to. My thing is, if they don't want to like you, they're not going to. And it's like if you give them any reason, then that's all it takes.
Hold on. It says CNN host Don Lemon looked into the camera on Sunday night and called out the commander-in-chief for hitting a new low from a president who goes low all the time. by retweeting a conspiracy theory that former President Barack Obama was running the Russian hoax to remove Trump from office. Lemon then took a pause and questioned Trump's supposed fixation with the predecessor in a 50-second address that went viral on Twitter and Facebook overnight. What is it about President Obama that really gets under your skin? Began. Hold on. Is it because he's smarter than you, better educated, made it on his own, didn't need daddy's help? Wife is more accomplished, better looking, that he's a black man, that he's accomplished, became president, that he punked you on the whole birth certificate thing. Then he wrapped up with, what is it about him? Just wondering, before raising his eyebrows. So he went on and they said wife is more accomplished. Which that's not.
Well, I think that's something that can be that can be a
verifiable fact, though.
Yeah, verified. Like, isn't that a fact? So I don't know. I don't understand it. They just, haters gonna hate. Haters gonna hate. It is what it is.
And they took that Melania Trump part and they started tripping over it.
People are so sensitive.
All he said was that Barack's wife is more accomplished, which is the truth. She has more degrees. She has more. She's done more with her career. She is more accomplished. I don't get it.
Well, I'd like to see. I would like for Melania to step up to the plate. I mean, at this time, like if she has a problem, if somebody has a problem with it, well, come on, let's hear what you look. What are you doing? Because the only thing I know is that she does. She stepped up a few times and said some stuff.
A few times she stepped up. Remember, one time she stepped up and actually repeated one of Michelle Obama's speeches.
Oh yeah. So she hasn't really done enough for me to say that. I mean, that she's even the first lady. To me, she's just the wife of the president.
To me, she's just the wife of the clown that they put in the White House.
Right. The puppet clown.
Right. She's the first clown. That's all.
Wow. I hope hopefully Don Lemon knows to maybe overlook this kind of stuff and just keep punching. It is what it is. I said what I said.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
I said what I said. Goddammit. So next is this public lynching in Georgia.
You said a what?
Lynching? You want to tell us the story? What happened now? Go ahead and give us the story.
And it's on video. Girl, the video is crazy.
You're saying lynching as in somebody was killed?
Yeah.
Oh no. But I thought people were supposed to be saying now. Okay, so this is the first weekend that people. What was it over? Is like corona related or?
This is a lynching of a black jogger in Georgia, but suspect still not arrested. Guess white guy got out and blew him away. It's a video, girl, of the killer.
Is it an African American or?
Yeah, the black guy got killed.
Okay.
He was
lit. And they have no idea.
No, they have no suspect.
How was he killed?
No, the suspects are not arrested.
How was he murdered?
While out for a jog 2 months ago, 25-year-old Ahmaud Arbery was shot and killed by a man and his son who chased him down. The video that perfectly shows the incident has emerged. So I guess this happened 2 months ago, but the video is just not coming forward of what actually happened. The video shows Arbery jogging around his truck. At one point, Arbery is seen struggling with a man who exited the vehicle carrying a weapon. At least 2 shots can be heard before Arbery can be seen collapsing. This is on video.
That's tragic. That's tragic. A man can't even go for a jog. Like, could you imagine lacing up your shoes and not knowing that this is going to be the last thing that you do?
Like, that's sad. It's just like with this pandemic, it's not safe nowhere. And then you
No.
got people out here that's scared, that's really scared about what's going on. You got people, some of them think you're living in your last days, and people are in the panic and scared, especially, not to sound racist or nothing like that, but especially Caucasian people.
Well, there are a lot of conspiracies. There's so many conspiracies.
And it's hard to believe some of the conspiracies considering all this we've been exposed to. Then, like, for instance, college people came out and said, other celebrities was getting paid to say they had the coronavirus. And then she came out and said that we have not heard one other actor or actress or any other celebrity come forth and say it, since she said,
wait. Who said they were paid to say they had the coronavirus?
Child, yeah. I had one of the news sites or whatever. She was up there was how the corona was going around and everything else, and she had got word that other celebrities, other of her colleagues, some was getting paid just to say that they had the virus. And people was coming for her and saying she that's not true, this and that third. The only problem with some of the celebrities, when they went back to talk to them to see how they was doing since they quarantined, or if they came out and said that they had the coronavirus, they didn't want to have no comment, this and the third. Where if you had it and you really recovering from it, and your fans really want to know, is you okay? Are you gonna live and make it through this and everything else? Why not? Like, if you've been honest and you don't have nothing to hide, why not? So it's just kind of crazy. And then, it's just kind of crazy. And some other sites on Instagram, when they pointed out that, you ain't heard nobody else come out with the version. Now you're in a version of the numbers as they open different cities up, the version of the numbers coming from people getting impacted with the corona as they out here trying to go shop and, try to have some kind of normalcy of life and daily life and everything else. So it's just weird. It's just so many conspiracy out here. It's like you don't know who to believe anymore. You don't know if you should believe what you see on media or the media, because the media has nothing. But the one thing I try to stress to people is that still maintain seriously, because people have lost their lives. And I do know people that know and have family that suffer from it. I mean, Miko have a close family friend out there that a friend of mine, he lost his first cousin. At first, you just fear. I was like, I want to actually talk to somebody to see somebody or you heard a mouth and said that
The signal, the sound.
Your signal is just a little bit messed up since you're in the car, so we didn't hear much of what you said. But I did hear what you were getting at when you were saying that some of the celebrities, a lot of these people, some of these people are not lying. Some of these people are lying about having it. Some of this is more of conspiracy than it is reality, and some of this is fear. Some of this is them just trying to create fear in people to make people respond a certain way. Because
it's just for me, it's creating a lot of confusion. I don't know what to think. Okay, because it's like, if Tom Hanks can get it and then be okay in a week, then why are we locked indoors? What's happening? I don't understand this.
And then some people are suddenly
dying overnight.
People are suddenly wrapping off, are being wiped off the planet by this thing. All of a sudden, black people were just dropping. At first, they said black people couldn't get it, and then the first black person that did it was an African, who also was the first person to get over it. So the first person, the black person who got it was an African in Africa, and I think he was Nigerian or something. But anyway, he caught it, and he was the first person to actually get over it. He got over it like a week right after he got it. And so now they're saying that black people are dying disproportionately. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Disproportionately.
Before we get too deep into coronavirus, because we're going to have to definitely go back down that road for tonight's topic, let's get into this last
hot topic.
This week, last week, May 1st, two men were arrested in connection with arrested in the connection with the murder of two persons whose bodies were found in a badly burned car in Puerto Rico. So in Puerto Rico, two trans sisters were killed, and they're beautiful. They were killed and badly burned in a car. And 2 men were arrested in connection with that murder.
2 men. Well, I wonder what that was, because it sounds like if it's 2 guys, that's that's kind of that thing where, as a trans woman, when I'm approached by a guy, I might talk to him, but if it's 2 guys, I personally think that that's a bad choice, because more than likely one of those guys isn't gonna be down with it, and he's gonna try to make the other one feel some kind of way about talking to the other one. Yeah, and
absolutely.
And one of them could be cool with it, but 2 of them, like, you can have 2 guys. It's really ironic how you can have 2 guys that love trannies. They both love trannies, but they won't admit to each other, and they'll never talk about it.
Try to be
quiet, and they'll try to front for each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and
that's true too.
They'll sit up and act like, let's sit up and high side in front. I told you, I walked up 4, count you, 4 niggas was standing in front of the 7-Eleven. 3 of them that I had. 1 of them, the one that I didn't have, was the weed man that I fucked with.
I
walked up on all 4 of them. Now, the ones that I fuck with, we already know it's an unspoken thing. I don't say shit to them, don't say shit to me, because I'm just as embarrassed about fucking with you as you are about fucking with me. I don't need people in my business like that.
Right.
So when I was walking up, I was walking right to the weed man, because he was the one I didn't fuck with. And he was the one, you know what I'm saying? But as I walked it up, they couldn't tell who I was looking at. So all of them got nervous. Who I fuck with, they all got nervous and started kind of looking around and looking out. The one that I buy weed from hollered my name. What's up, Miko? What's up? He came on over and started buying some weed. Because I'm talking to him. Now all of a sudden the rest of them, one of them turned, oh, hey, Miko, what's up? Hey. And then the other one, he know me, oh, hey, what's up, Miko? And all of them, bitch, y'all fronting for each other. I have in all of your booties. All of them.
That's funny.
That's how they do, child.
That's so funny. That's hilarious. And I know how you, girl, you don't let nobody play with your cakes. I already know.
No. No. That's why they all looking off. Look, that's why they all looked off, because y'all know if y'all know me, it must be some other shit.
Y'all hear me good?
Yes.
Okay. Good.
Yes.
Okay. I'm trying to make sure audio's. Yeah, that's what I'm over here working on. So please forgive me. I'm trying to make sure we sound good.
You're wonderful.
But that's true though. We've had an instance and personally, we're in a situation where that could have ended up very much the same way. So and we ended up on the truck.
So they haven't found the 2 guys, the suspects.
No, they arrested the 2 guys.
Oh, they did.
2 friends who lived in New York City.
They just happen to be in Puerto Rico?
No. The 2 men are being held. Okay, no. So Layla Pelez is 21, and Serena Angelique Velasquez is 32, and they're from New York, and they were visiting Puerto Rico.
Oh.
And both of them were burnt up in a car?
Mm-hmm.
They must have been sickening New York girls, and they pulled trade, got them together.
That's not always the trio. They just probably ain't no telling what happened. You got to dig deeper into stories before you start just assuming.
How that went.
You're right. You can't just assume, because it could have been a drug deal gone bad. It could have been all kinds of stuff. It could have been maybe one of the girls wanted her money back, or some dumb stuff like that.
Right.
Ain't no telling.
Now it does say down here, I saw mention of a hate crime. Bureau detectives took over the service. Agents said there are. Okay. Bureau detectives took over the case Thursday morning following public pressure from LGBT activists. Agents said that there is enough evidence to consider the incident a hate crime. So there probably was something involved with the fact that they were trans and why they got jail.
It's not a coincidence that 2 trans women were burned in the car. Girl, that was trans related for sure.
Yeah, it surely was that they just burned out of nowhere and burned into their car.
Right.
That's such a horrific way to tell somebody, like, can you just inject me or give me some pills or something? Don't set me on fire.
And then the article goes on to say 5 trans people have been killed in Puerto Rico alone in 2020.
Well, girls, I guess that cancels our Transfusion Puerto Rico trip. Because you know, because
I don't know.
I was thinking that would be a sickening trip for the girls. Like, you know, Puerto Rico, get on the beach and do the thing, you know.
Right.
Little dancing.
Was that part of the plan?
Well, because you know Puerto Rico it's in America. It's an American. So that's probably why the girls went down there. It's a nice little getaway, like going to Florida or California, and you don't need a passport. So, and you're on the island. You know, you get all kinds of. The train to Puerto Rico will be kind of. So I can see the girls. I can see the girls like follow for trade or pulling trade, and maybe he just wasn't with it. Who knows? We gotta be see the girls. We got to be careful. Like having these boys. It's a lot of times it's like you have to be. It's a delicate thing.
It's the type of boys we like to have, girl. That's what it is.
The problem. It's the type we like to have.
And then we don't always feel like they need to know the full tea right off the rip. That's the thing. We don't want to be like, "Hi, I'm Lachey, the transsexual." Like we don't want to just do that because that's off-putting. It's off-putting.
But well, for me, I done had good results because I always let it be known up front because I don't believe in taking nobody's options away. Okay. And people will kill you for that. So I always be forthcoming because either like we don't know each other, so you can either walk and go on by the hell about your damn business, engage in conversation, try to get to know. But point is, I put it on the table because you can never get to say, "Oh, I didn't tell you," or "I let it be fucking known." Hell, I let it be known on social media because I have problems with they come to my page and then when I'm telling what is up, did you want to get command and come out for me? Well, honey, stop surfing and just looking at pictures and read shit. Motherfuckers don't read no more. People don't read.
You gotta read the words, baby. You gotta look at the words, honey.
Right.
I put it out there, and mainly when I was 18, a good friend of mine had lost another trans friend around when I was 18, and sure enough, she got in the car for $5 million, which they were telling her not to go, but she was so stuck on about getting her coin that they found her butt naked in the abandoned house, raped and killed. And they to this day they still don't know. And that's about 10 years, and they still don't.
That's unfortunate.
So it's just like,
he said
but word on the street was she didn't tell nobody. That was the word on the street was that she got in the car. They thought, she was a biological woman,
But they always say that though.
But
wait a minute.
They love to say that. Oh, they didn't know, girl. You knew, bitch. Don't play with me. You knew.
Wait a minute. You said she got in the car with 5 guys.
Yeah,
that
she
was stupid. That was stupid.
Not that she should have been killed, but she was asking for trouble.
Yeah, asked for trouble.
Even Fish don't do that.
She got in there by herself.
Because we shared. Oh shit.
Fish shouldn't even get in no goddamn car with 5 dudes.
Yeah, and see, we shared a mutual friend. So, she was like, I told her not to get in the car, and she got in there, and I said, well, how many people called? She was like, it was the driver, the passenger, and 3 dudes in the back. And she was like, I'm asking her, like, well, where is she gonna sit at? She was like, the dude in the back, he told her to sit on my lap, and she was like, I kept asking, like, girl, do they know what was up? And she just kept saying she was good. And that she knew one of the guys in the car she had a date with. And she felt comfortable enough with him, felt like he was going to protect her, but obviously he did not let them know what he was. When they found her, they found her raped, butt naked, and castrated.
If they found her raped, that means they knew what the fuck she was.
Raped, butt naked, and castrated.
If they found her raped, that means they knew what the fuck she was, and that's
my whole point.
They knew.
Y'all had sex with her and then killed her. No,
I think that What happens is sometimes guys plan to kill us. They plot it and they in the back of their mind, they're like, I'm gonna kill this tranny.
Yeah.
And they do that.
We're gonna fuck it and kill it.
Like they plot against the girl sometimes. I mean, there was a movie like that. Isn't there a movie like that?
Well, you know, it was a guy
Latin girl.
You know, it was a guy. Was it 5 years ago? I think 2015. There was a Craigslist killer that was dating all the trans women and killing them.
I remember.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, we were all there.
They was hooking up from the girls on Craigslist and going to wherever they was hosting it and killing.
Y'all know, I had somebody come into my home and shoot me. Girl, yeah, I've been in so many situations. Yeah, I survived it though, but you don't know that I got my pelvis. That bullet landed in my pelvis, and it stopped, and it landed in a perfect spot where the doctors just said, "Just leave it in there, you'll be fine." Girl, I go off from the airport. Every time I go in the airport, I go off in the metal detector. They always have to search me every time because the metal go off. Yeah, so the point is that guy, he had been like the guy who came to my house. He had been calling and stalking. He was one of those psycho people that like I should have just blocked his number, but I just humored him and let him come over. Right. You can't just do anything. You can't just.
You can't.
We have to be careful and vigilant. And girl, luckily I made it out of that situation. I had one of my good girlfriends. She was there. She ran out and she fought and we fought him down and she shot him. But like that was just lucky. Like every girl doesn't have that situation. Some girls are like they can catch you off guard. And even now, even with people that you know, a boyfriend, people that know how your living situation, like we just have to be careful. We just have to. And
I just had a good sister named Bianca Starr from Fort Worth who was shot and killed by one of her sisters. She was dating his guy, and I guess they got into an altercation or something like that. And Bianca walked out the room and was trying to stop it, from what I understand. And the guy ended up shooting, I think, three gunshots, and ended up killing Bianca and paralyzing the other one.
I remember that.
It could get ugly.
Yeah. That's why it's important, girl. We have to remain safe. We have to do whatever we can to keep ourselves safe.
I mean, that's easy to say. But you know, it's another thing when I don't know. You can't say you just have to stay to yourself and watch, you know. I think that you can get a feel for people and get an idea of if they're okay to be around or not. Like if they're will they pop off? Does this seem like a kind of person that would be cool with trannies?
But how do you get a feel for people when you're dating, like in the sex work scene?
Okay, so in the sex work scene, like I feel like there's a certain rhythm to it, and whenever things feel off of that rhythm that you're used to, you really need to that there's something up, and you need to pay attention to that, and just try to like for me, I just handle the situation. I think maybe because I'm a larger girl and I'm not the biggest girl, I've had bigger guys like come in, you know, or whatever.
Really?
Yeah, girl. Yeah, I mean, I've had I will make a big man run from me. It depends on how you pop off.
All right.
Like for me, I do this real sweet thing. Like I'm real sweet. But then, girl, like I'm like ah, like I do that. Like you have to, like the girls, we have to use that. Like we have to, bitch. You have to scream, go crazy, do crazy shit, like whatever it takes to survive.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like what was happening when the people was surrounding Malaysia. She had to do that to look tough. Because if she would have just shut down and just sort of been like, "Oh no, don't attack me," and they would have beat the shit out of her even worse than what they did.
I don't know, because I'm thinking, girl, if she was like, "Listen, guys, I am so sorry."
Girl, please, that's my hood. Hold on, shit wouldn't have worked.
Listen, because I'm the type of girl. Listen, I've done that. Let me tell you, I've had guys come to me ready to fight me, girl. I was on New Year's, girl, at the strip club. I went to the strip club with Markel. My dumbass, girl, the diggers started fighting, right? They put the bottles of liquor down, right? Why my dumbass pick up the liquor and start walking off with the liquor, girl.
Oh, girl,
Like it was.
I would have popped you, girl. You walked off to my bottle, girl.
Well, I was buzzing, girl, doing stupid shit. No, girl, there was a group of niggas fighting, and they put the drinks down, and girl, they just gonna leave me standing here watching them fight. Girl, I picked that bottle up. So anyway, the dude ran up on me, girl. He saw me with the bottle, bitch. He's like, "Bitch, this my bottle." Girl. He snatched it out of my hand. Then he gonna call me bad bill, girl. With your bad bill, bitch, you just saying that because you looking at my body, bitch. Don't do that, girl. But you know what I just said? Look, I'm sorry. I didn't know. You can play stupid, girl. You can play dumb and like get past it. Like as a woman, you have that like, oh my bad. You can do that.
Yeah. Girl, it don't work all the time.
It works for me, girl. I pull that out, bitch. My bad, Trey. I'm sorry.
Look,
I'm sorry.
That's the trick you have to pull out of the closet when you purposely fuck up, bitch. You fucked up. You grab that bag, look at her walk stop. So of course you had it right.
Bitch, I'm so sorry. My bad, God. Y'all was fighting shit.
That's right, honey.
I didn't know.
And these about me and fight, honey. You can get hurt and fucked up. They might fuck something up. Like, fuck that. I'm gonna get the fuck out the way and sit, look pretty, look cute, and watch the goddamn fight. Hell, it's men fighting.
Bitch, when they start fighting, I automatically get out the way. I don't want to pause.
Yeah, get to their goddamn bed.
But I was just saying, I think as women, we can use that to our advantage. There's a lot of little things like little perks. Like you can switch your hips and shake your shoulders and blink and bat your eyes and get all kinds of things, girl, just by asking for it.
The shade.
Can you go pick me up some KFC? Can you go get me a gallon of milk? Like, girl, we could do that. That's power, bitch. The power of a woman. Girl, that's what I'm saying. And the thing is, like, you can diffuse, you can make, girl, men be mad, but girl, you could calm them down. Women have that power, and I love that. Like, we got to use that kind of thing. And then we also are very perceptive. Like, be very keen, and you can sense things. Like when a guy isn't gonna be down, you kind of know. Especially these millennium guys. Girl, it's either you with it or you not.
Yeah.
Girl, be the ones you think ain't gonna be down, they be down though.
Sometimes, yeah. Yeah, that is kind of true.
But I think after talking to them for a while, watching how they move for a little bit, you can tell they're gonna be down.
What?
Or you can ask them questions, kind of alluding to like gay stuff, and just to see where they go with it.
Or you could subliminally put your tea out there, or put tea out there to see how they respond to it.
Yeah, that's what I do. I put my tea out there. Now
you can put tea out there by
yeah, you'll get the feel for the mood and the atmosphere if you put it out there. But my issue is like being out and about and not knowing who's transporting stuff. So sometimes they might come and approach me. I might not say nothing. I might keep walking. Girl, I done been called so many bougie bitches for not.
Yeah, I get called that a lot when I don't want to be
bougie ass bitch because you don't know. I turn around and be like, no, you don't know what the tea is, and I'm not gonna put myself in harm's way. So do know if I ain't your cup of tea, I just saved you some trouble, boo.
Right.
What's the static?
I think it's Miko mic.
Is it my mic?
Mm-hmm.
Is it?
But what you saying?
Okay.
Because I heard some stuff too, but shit, I heard it coming like somebody shuffling around and moving some shit.
Well, I am washing dishes in here.
Well, girl, that's what it is.
That's what it is, girl.
Well, it's that plus a static.
Oh. Well, I'm almost done. Actually, I just finished. Okay.
But
I'm saying.
Now, we want to get into, because we have 20 minutes left in the show. We started kind of late. We want to apologize, you all. We are out of our elements. We are trying to do the show via Zoom, and
we are really trying to adjust to this stuff, but it's
what they saying, a new norm, which I'm trying not to let it be, but it is.
But you know what? I got a call today saying something about the office might be open tomorrow, so we'll see how that works.
Yay!
What?
Girl, I hope so.
What?
soon as we can get back in our studio, everything will be good. We promise to do the caliber of things. We're going to bring you the
Child, you
production
got me all excited. It done made my damn night right there.
Yeah, so bear with us, but we want to get into our conversation, which is about hustling through the Rona. Those of us who are doing sex work, those of us who are selling drugs, those of us who are hustling through the Rona.
Hustling.
How has that affected? How has that affected girls who are doing sex work? Juicy, you had some comments.
Yeah, I had some young ladies that that been inboxing me. Some of them said, they sex workers or whatever the case may be, or whatever their situation is. And they've been kind of at a loss since the corona been going in, because a lot of people are scared to get within feet of each other, or thinking that somebody's gonna bring them corona to the house or picking it up. So it's really fucking with their money. And one young lady, I'm not gonna say her name, she just let me know that she just that's pretty much how she paid all her bills for her car, her apartment, her food. She done lost her car. They done took her car. Her rent officer done gave her free notices to get out of 15 if she can't pay the full amount of her rent. Although they know what's going on in this pandemic, and they are told not to put nobody out here, they are still threatening her to put it out. And she just pretty much want to know, did anybody have any insight of knowing any houses or anything that's available? I recommend, of course, the House of Rebirth, and she was wanting to know if any kind of packages or anything they could get funding, because it's a job. It might not be your regular 9 to 5 or 3 to 11, but it is a job. You are putting yourself in harm's way, but what are you doing? Because if they getting kicked out, getting put out, and your stuff is getting taken away and stuff, that's just putting them out there in the world being homeless, and putting them out there a part of that pandemic, and putting them more at risk than everybody else that is at home, quarantine with their family. So it's just like, and it wasn't just her, it was so many girls, and it was just like, it's sad. And we already had lost losing girls because of society and the way of life, but then on hand, now this pandemic, and we possibly lose more just behind the pandemic, because they can't survive and make their money. So it's kind of hard.
I don't know if y'all heard, but if y'all are located in Dallas, I know Abundant Prosperity is offering emergency funds available for Black. Let me see. Hold on. Let me zoom in. Yeah, Black Latinos in the DFW area, LGBT, entertainers, industry workers, displaced by anybody who is displaced by the COVID-19. Only thing you have to do is go online and apply at abundantprosperity.org. And I know B-Tech also was offering COVID relief package.
Although there was some issues with the website last time I checked with that, so I don't know if that's up yet. But when they first put that out, they were having issues with the website, and the girls weren't able to apply. So I don't know if that's been fixed, but yeah, I mean, they can always look it up and see, or contact them.
Okay, if not, you can try to if you can't get a hold of them from the website, you can probably hit up on Facebook Carter Brown or either SB Brown, and just probably shoot them a little DM, and then maybe they'll get back with you with some information on what's going on with the website. For its housing go, right now the house Rebirth is at its capacity, but we are trying to accept other girls in, like for just temporary housing, just like if you need maybe 3 or 4 days to get out of a situation or something like that. And if we are not able to provide housing for you, we also help you, assist you with looking for housing.
All right.
And we're working closely with Trans Pride. They're offering, if for some, depending on the situation, they'll be able to put you in a housing for a week.
Well, that's what
spend over $120.
Right.
A lot of people don't. I think a lot of people don't realize the plight of trans women, and how despairing it is, and how hard it is for, like, how we are always at the bottom of the top, the last to get hired, the last to get picked for jobs. I don't think people realize that. Yeah. Like, it's still, even though we are in this day and age where everything is supposed to be inclusive, it's supposed to be a new day, we still have that struggle. And a lot of girls are really living on this level of poverty that is, like, it's hard to, I mean,
yeah,
It's hard to even deal with.
Yeah,
it's hard to even address.
We was already in poverty before this even happened. So just imagine what we're doing now that this is going on top of what was already going
on. But I think that if we create that awareness, I think people, that's what the show is for. But people need to like have that understanding and really, realize that we are an underserved portion of the community. In a lot of ways.
If you guys are tuning in and listening, and y'all have any other resources within y'all town, I only know about Dallas because we're here in Dallas. But if y'all have any other resources that y'all are offering, could y'all email us at transfusion214 so we can get this information out there. We can help some people and maybe save some lives.
Yes. Transfusion214@gmail.com, y'all. Make sure you email there.
What's she say?
I don't know.
I'm saying transfusion214@gmail.com. So
it's who?
At gmail.com.
Did y'all catch that? Because I did.
Transfusion214@gmail.com.
Yes, transfusion. Yeah. What did I say?
You said transfusion214. I added the gmail.com part.
Okay. Oh yeah. Transfusion214@gmail.com. Right.
Yeah. I'm just glad that we are blessed among us 4 ladies. We are blessed, but I'm also more proud that we have outlets that have girls out here that don't have jobs, that depends on getting out here and dealing with John and everything. Because you're going out the door, you never know if you're coming back or whoever's coming to your door is coming back out, and you might not be able to close the motherfucking door. So just like it's already a risk of this pandemic, but we have a lot of resources because a lot of people don't have no resources, and these girls that's reaching out, ain't a lot of them being out like Louisiana, Alabama, even from city for Charlotte, and want to know if they had it's just crazy. They was from all over. And they but they stuff.
Have any one of y'all received y'all stimulus check yet?
Mine was in the mail. It was mailed on the 1st, so I haven't received it yet, but it's supposed to be coming.
I'll talk to a couple of people. I received mine too, but I talked to a couple of people that received their stimulus check, and they're talking about going to get bundles, going to get her, and they're not thinking about that this could possibly go on for another couple of months.
Girl, when I went to Walmart, I was rolling out 3-4 TVs and all kinds of stuff, and they just this ain't no way.
After that first day, it was the real check. You see all the videos of the people throwing house parties and the people partying.
But y'all, isn't it there? If you get a check in the mail, isn't that your money?
It is your money, but I'm just saying.
But you got to be smart with your money, and look what we live. We living during a pandemic.
No. This is a y'all see. It's called a stimulus. That means they want you to go out and stimulate the economy.
Well, that's how they're going to make their money back because
they want you to go out.
Nobody go to work.
Go stimulate that good. Go ball out.
Yeah, that's what they're going
to. It's stimulus to keep people's lights on, to keep people's water on, to those people who have at home, to those people who because you ain't going to spend too much towards his clothes. You ain't going to spend too much to supply his clothes. So you get that stimulus check so that you can go and pay your bills for the next month in case you ain't at work again.
I mean, ideally, but the thing is, don't get on to people if they go and buy bundles because maybe they can't afford bundles and they one chance.
But girl, if you buy the Reed ain't buying the bundles. If you're in a situation to be able to buy the bundles, it's going to go buy the bundles and going to go lay on somebody's floor or somebody's couch. That's a problem.
That's a priorities issue.
Yeah, that's a problem.
That's what that is.
That's definitely a problem. But if you don't have conversations like this, girls don't know. They just think it's the thing to do to try to keep up with everybody else, not knowing girls is really breaking their neck trying to work to keep things going.
Thank you. They ain't worrying, and the ones I'm talking to, they ain't worrying about their hair and their nails and all that. They ain't about trying to pay their rent, not getting put out. Not honey, no.
I'm paying my goddamn bills up.
I'm making sure my refrigerator on lean and whatever's left over is going to stay in the bank and draw motherfucking interest.
Right, but are we having these conversations with these with our younger generation, with our younger trans women? Are we having these type of conversations, or are we showing them, hey, every time you get some money, go get this. You don't have to do this. You can come sleep on my floor, turn a date or something like that. No, we're not having these conversations. We need to let them know, hey, you need to build up. Because when shit like this happen, you want to make sure that you can put yourself out of the way.
Yes. You said that right.
You want to make sure you're out of the way.
I just was shameful, but I was just tripping off one of my neighbors, honey, because honey, you go spend all your money and then have them heard that be around here begging people to get some money and you got all.
It's all good though, but I think a certain portion of it though, you cannot tell me,
no.
Okay, all this pandemic is going on and I can't do nothing for me. I can't take
go get you something.
I can't give me a new piece or something.
Well, no,
TV out of this.
Let me tell you something. The check is for you. And if you're somebody that feels like if we have to go for the next 4 months without work and without economy, that $1,200 bundles are going to help you get through that 4 months, then don't be it. Buy you the bundle.
The bundles, bitch. The bundles might be an investment, bitch, in the future, honey.
It might be, but that's what I'm saying.
Because you know what? If you got some good hair, bitch, you ain't got to worry about buying no hair for a long time.
I know that.
Right. Exactly. And that's
an investment, honey. Investment piece.
Okay, don't get me wrong. I'm gonna make sure my hair, because I thought about, okay, now what if this come back around, they shut down everything?
No, you want your hair.
I want to make sure I got me some hair to put on my head so my head ain't looking crazy and this and that and this and that. I would invest that. But first and foremost, I'm gonna make sure my priorities in order. Meaning, I'm gonna make sure that rent paid up. I'll make sure that car note paid up. I'll make sure that car insurance paid up. I'll make sure that refrigerator leaning. I'll make sure my kids don't need shit. And if they need, I'll make sure they have extra shit just in case this shit come back around. And whatever's left over, I'll put it in the bank. I'm gonna make sure, but my priority is gonna be my priorities, my bills, keeping a roof over my head, put on the table.
But on the flip side of that, you thinking from like a grown-up perspective, what about the girls who priority is if they're involved in sex work or something like that, their priority is they look. So they have to make sure that they
you have to. But all I'm saying is you can be smart with the money. Just be smart with it. You a sex worker and that's how you get the money. You have to keep your hair look. You have to keep your makeup. You have to keep your hair. Because that's your money. The better you look, the more coin you gonna get.
Yeah, and the thing is, it don't have to be human.
Just don't go out here and go ridiculous with it. Like
it could be synthetic.
And just
no synthetic hair.
Girl, it could be a what do you call it? What you call it? A shake and go. It could be a shake and go.
Girl, yeah, honey. Because, honey, sometimes a shake and go get you through, honey. I had plenty of motherfucking shake and goes, and it did a motherfucking job. And
it's taking off half my face.
And it still kept somebody in my goddamn face. So it doesn't matter.
There's many ways to get it.
It ain't what you do, it's how you do it, baby.
It's how you twerk it, baby.
It's how you work it.
Baby.
What you put out is what you receive.
But yeah, I feel it though, because it's like you don't know how it's gonna go in the future. But it's like, damn, we've been locked up. I need some kind of resolution. I need some kind of like a celebration, something. I miss my birthday, Easter done passed, Mother's Day coming up.
Lock the fuck up in the damn house. Can't do nothing. Like, honey, I want to turn up too. I want to have me some rose. I want to have me a couple of shots. I want to shake my ass. You know, I want to do all that. But in reality, we don't even know when everyone's gonna do that. So on Juice just gonna be shaking ass, right? Juice is just gonna be shaking ass right in the damn house.
Fire. Okay. Shit, I'm gonna sit the damn house on fire.
That's what it's looking like. But I'll be glad when it opens up. But I ain't gonna be no fool. I'm gonna let them others go first and foremost to see how I do with them before I take my ass out.
You're not gonna hit the club? I want to know. So if people, are we gonna have to wear masks in the club, or I mean, how's this gonna go?
I don't even know. I just feel like that takes away from our beauty, putting a damn mask on. But if it's gonna save my life, and I'm all for it.
I'm thinking about starting to make masks.
That everybody who goes out to the club, who actually gets beat to go to the club, can only be from here on up. Because otherwise, you're gonna fuck up the inside of the mask, and ain't no point wearing.
Right.
Yeah.
And all that foundation is just gonna be a waste.
Especially if you got one of those hospital masks, don't sweat or anything, because once you sweat, it doesn't work the same. Your mask doesn't work the same.
So it's like so you can't wear it in the club because the club hot than a motherfucker, and you're gonna be sweating all up in that.
I don't know.
Girl, but is the club that important to risk your life?
Hell no.
I don't understand. You gotta.
with your ass gone.
But you know what? I don't know, girl. If I'm about to go, girl, I want to go shake my ass one last time.
A social life.
Girl, come on now.
I'm telling you, me both. I want you to, girl. I want to.
We can hold on for a little while longer today on this shit that we're gonna be going out. That's why all the motherfuckers were dropping dead in New York, and all the motherfuckers, because everybody out there partying and having a good damn time, thinking it ain't that serious.
Mm-hmm.
It really isn't.
But like
it
I
really
said,
isn't.
over here in South Dallas, honey, they throwing a block party every weekend.
Yes.
I don't be out there.
Well, girl, invite us next time, girl. Don't be like that.
Girl, no man, girl. You know I got that yellow tape wrapped around my driveway so they can't come in my yard.
Bitch, thank you.
Bitch, my house be wrapped up.
She said, you
know, they call me a mean old lady, honey. They know I don't even let nobody on my grass, honey. You get on my grass, honey. I'm the old fat lady that's gonna come out and cut your ass out. Yes, ma'am. Don't step on my grass.
Honey,
girl, no.
Get your ass off my grass. Get on that page. Goddamn city
girl, don't you come walking on my grass, girl.
Like, don't be doing that. Girl, I'm the same damn way. I'm the same damn way.
Don't walk on my grass.
They say you mean. They say, she look mean. They ain't gonna knock her out though.
Mm-hmm.
You told them, can I talk to them on your porch? I said, you talk to them on porch, you gotta tell them stay out my goddamn flowers.
And I got a camera on every angle of my house, child. I don't play.
Thank you.
You
watching all the motherfuckers, watching all the coronavirus go on by this.
And 3 pistols in every part of the house.
Wow.
I got one in my bedroom, one in the kitchen, just in case I'm in the kitchen, and one by my back door.
Ready.
So we are down to the last minute or so of the show.
Already?
So let's go ahead and get some final thoughts, because I just got a phone call that came in, and when I hit end on it, the volume went all the way down, so I can't hear nothing none of y'all saying. I'm just waking up. I'm just going by what I think y'all was saying by reading y'all lips. So we are going to we are going to wrap up the show, but final thoughts on some options for the ladies and for the trans people, for the people out there that are still going through this pandemic like the rest of us.
Well, for me, I like to start off by saying, for me, I think that this is the time to utilize, if you do have some time to yourself, use that because that's precious. A lot of times when we are without the coronavirus, we're so busy, we don't have time to make plans and try to get things together. So
enjoy the things you don't normally enjoy.
Turn this moment into something and make something out of it after it's all over with. Try to do something with yourself and get creative. Use your resources. We're smart girls. If you do hair, why don't you go to school for that? Or why don't you try to do hair I don't know, just step your pussy up. That's it. Right. That's it. That's my final thought.
Drop a number, honey, because I'm looking for a beautician. But I think I done land one and the keeper.
You look like it. Look good.
But thanks to Anita back over there in that corner, honey. Yes, giving me Anita a holiday flavor. Yes, baby.
I know that's right.
I think I wanna end with y'all know I'm almost on a safe for sex note. So I think I want to end with, I know a lot of people are having a little night Netflix and chill nights and while they're in their courts and stuff, but y'all just remember to wrap it up. And even though we are in this pandemic, it's still important that you remain safe and make sure you take care of yourself. When you get this money, do what you want to do. It's your money. It's for you. But I mean, think about it. Use this time, like Lachey was saying, to create a goal, create a vision. Where do you want to see yourself 5 years from now? Like, what did you do this past year that could have been different, that could have put you closer to your goals? Just use this time wisely.
I like that, Poca. Yeah. Because
I will agree. What, Juicy, what were you going to say?
Well, I'm just going to end mine on this note. For the new millennium New millennium girls and the girls that's out here, doing sex work, strippers, or so may have you, whatever the case is.
I should say sex work.
My prayers go out to you guys. Anything that I come across between Poca, Miko, and Lachey or myself about shelter or any programs and get money, I would post it. My heart just go out to you because I don't want to lose no more girls. We losing another, we losing daily, and that we don't need to lose them to this. We already losing them enough to survive. So on my I just prayers and anything else I can go out, anything that I can do or refer you to. I do. If I don't know, I reach out to Poke, I reach out to Nico, to share anything else. I just try to do my best. And for the girls that's outside of Dallas, like I reach out and see. But for the ones that's in Dallas, we have a lot of outlets here, and it's take advantage of it for the first come, first serve.
Ladies, and if y'all know anything about any resources or anything anybody is doing, right now is the time to push all the pettiness aside and share those resources with your friends and these different girls. Let everybody know where they can get help. And if you can't help a girl, that girl might, if you reach out and tell somebody, maybe you can help somebody, find somebody that can help them with their situation or maybe help you with yours. Share the resources, get the information out there to these people so we can do what we can to save lives and make sure that we all stay above water.
Reach out and touch somebody's hand.
It'll save a life. One less life lost.
Yes, man. I feel that. I have felt that. Well, ladies, Miko.
Can I say mine now?
Yes, Miko. Come on, mother.
In conclusion,
mother Miko.
In conclusion, first of all, bear with us. Again, we are doing this because we are displaced, but we've got good news. Our studio might be open, so we'll be back to business as usual. We'll be back to our new production. We've got a whole setup there that we were planning on getting into y'all with our new show, but this pandemic hit. And
it's
coming.
It's coming. It's coming. Yes.
We are going to be back, and everything's going to be all good. So stick with us. Don't go anywhere. Also, stay safe. It's real. People are dying. People are getting sick from this. It may not feel like it will affect you, but even if you don't feel like you'll be affected, much like myself, you could possibly still infect somebody else. And so we don't want that. So don't just protect yourself for you. Protect yourself for the people around you. So that we don't keep spreading the thing. We want to quit spreading the thing. So the only way the thing is gonna quit spreading is if we start looking out for each other as well as ourselves. So protect yourself.
You want to get out the damn house.
You want to get out the house. Come back next Tuesday because again we will be here trying to end confusion about transgender. Check out any shows that we've had and any commercials, any clips, anything that you need to see about us on transfusion on www.buckentradio66.net.
Buck like you don't give up.
Out. And we will see y'all next Tuesday. Thank y'all for tuning in. Good night.
Good night.
Yes. All right, ladies.
That was cute, even though we was late as hell.
Ladies fuck. Ladies all be
late as hell.
But you always say the best for last anyway, so hey.
And late to the motherfucker, but that's all right.
Okay, so Poca, when can we start getting the callers? Because that's the show. When people can weigh in and start, telling us their stories and what they doing, that's what makes it interesting. Like the callers. Poca, are you there?
Miss Pocahontas.
Pocahontas, you hear the question?
Anita,
wake up. Anita, wake up. Oh, girl, she gone. She in the zone. Well, girl.
All right. Well,
it doesn't seem like. Oh, okay. We don't know. I'm making sweet potato. I'm making Cajun sweet potato fries. They real good. I'm about to make it for y'all.
Oh, my bad, girl. Y'all know I be trying to.
I love this.
I be trying to give us a little ending, honey. Y'all was talking through the little ending, honey.
Oh.
But how are we gonna know that? How are we gonna know that?
No, girl, because I thought we had ended the show. Y'all just kept talking, girl. But I had to end up coming back and meeting me, girl. So we caught it quick. But we still live on YouTube. Let me get us all.
You better produce that show.